Hello and welcome to GodIsAGeek.com's How to StarCraft 2. In this episode we're going to be looking at stopping the Baneling bust from a Terran perspective. You can see here the Terran spawning in the south, and we have the Zerg up here in the north. We're going to do our usual, at 10 supply we're going to put our supply depot up. Forgot the name of the building there. And straight away after that's built, we're going to send a scout. We're at ×2 speed. We're going to slow it down when the Banelings do come in, so you can have a look at what's going on. But yeah, I'm just going to send our scout off. I'm sending him here first. I don't know why I didn't send him to this base first, because of course our Zerg opponent could be on any of these raised platforms to start with. But you know, we'll send him over. In the meanwhile, as you did in the last tutorial, you want to get a barracks up here and another supply depot. That's to get the wall in. Now you can wall in with other buildings, but this is the quickest wall in my experience, and you want a really quick wall as Zerg, playing against Zerg, that is. You can see the spawning pool right there, relatively early. He's got the extractor there. I've scouted, this is my point of view. And I'm just going to send my SCV down here, and the reason I'm sending him down here, not back to work, is because I'm still using him as a scout. So I've got other stuff going on here. It hurts my economy a little bit, but I'd rather have the scout, especially against a Zerg player, because they could be cooking up anything. He's sending some Zerglings out. You can actually see here, he's actually got the Baneling nest up. I can't see it. I send in for a second scout. And it just shows how important the second to scout again is. Now, if you're going to put the Baneling nest from a Zerg perspective, put it back here. Put it back here. It's really easy for me to come in. If the Queen did the good job there and the Baneling nest was still back here, I wouldn't have seen it. I would have had to send him in on another route just to scout the whole thing. But I saw the Baneling nest, and that's all I need to see. I don't care if he's got anything back here. I know it's the Baneling nest at this early stage of the game that I'm interested in. And you can see I've got another wall here. This SCV can't get into my base because the wall is very tight. It's Zergling tight. Gonna take the door down there so he can go in. And this isn't... I'm prepared to lose these buildings just so he loses a few Banelings at this point. What you should be doing as well is putting a building here, here, here and here. So you want 4 buildings to create a second wall around here. So this is like the preliminary wall, this is the main wall, and then you want a backup wall up here. So you can chuck a barracks down, you can chuck a bunker. Bunker's very good, stick some marines in a bunker, and it should be good. So we'll go back to the everyone view. You can see here he's got the Banelings, he's morphing more Zerglings into Banelings. He's going to try and bust this wall down. I've got very weak structures at the front here. I've got the supply depot, which has 350 health, reactor has 400. You can see here, bigger buildings such as the factory has 1250, the bunker has 1000. I'm not too fussed if I lose the reactor now, because I've got my second wall on the right here, so he can't actually, even if I lose this reactor and this supply depot, he can't get through here, and he has to take down the bunker, and the bunker's going to have some nasty marines in it. Now, I should be doing the same on this side. I don't actually do it in this game. I don't know if I was just panicked, or this is very early on in my playing days of StarCraft 2, so I was a bit more of a noob than I am now. Don't know why I lifted that up, because the gap was there anyway. I just showed him the gap. But hey, look, bang, 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 Marines honing hard, and the supply depot almost goes down. If he followed up with Zerglings, he may have got through. So this isn't the best wall up, but it's sufficient against a low-level player right now. And I'm repairing the wall. As you can see there, repairing is very important. Have those SCVs on standby. And at this point, the Baneling bust has been thwarted. If we look at the units tab, he's only got 8 Zerglings, 1 Queen, and he's got the 5 Overlords there. Nothing to be too worried about. I've got the 9 Marines. I've been teching up. I have the factory there. We're going to go to 4 times faster. And you see I've got the command center, obviously. And you may want to... I should really expand. Look at all the resources. I should be expanding at this point. But I am still a little wary that the Baneling bust is coming in again. So I'm still building off one base. I'm going for the Starport, the Destiny Cloud Fist, with a couple extra barracks there, the 1-1-1 build. And I'm going to get some... I am going to get some siege tanks out and a couple of Banshees. I do believe I scanned. No, I haven't scanned at this point. I have not scanned at this point in the match.
Additional supply depots required.
So I don't know what he's building up here, but I do know that a mech build will be good against the Zerg player. And there I scan. I see the spire. I can see
Additional
everything that's
supply
going on
depots
here.
required.
And at this point, I know I'm building Marauders to supplement my Marines. Marines have shields. I'm tacking up. I've got some upgrades, and I'm probably going for that expansion. And the expansion's coming in as well. And I'm really going to try and push this now. Just going to take it down a notch so you can appreciate this. Going for Thors. I saw the Spire, so I thought Mutalisks maybe. In fact, it's Corruptors. But if I go in quick, those Corruptors won't have a chance to morph into those deadly Broodlords. And I'm going to take this. It's a mixed army. It's a bit of mech. It's a bit of biological there as well with the Marines and the Marauders. And I've got the correct upgrades there. I've got the siege upgrade for the tank, and I've got for the Banshees. Now at this point, I should mention that once you've thwarted the Baneling bus, you don't have to go with this build to destroy them. You should scout and try and counter their build. So you will always have the economic advantage, or you should have the economic advantage after a Baneling bus, because he's just throwing loads of Banelings at your base. He is just going hell for leather, trying to break you down, and then his economy suffers. Check out his resources there. He's only got about 1,000. I'm nearly at 3,000. He's got an expansion out, but my expansion's going down. I've teched up, and he quits out of the game. So really important to note there. We'll recap. You want to build the first supply depot at 10 supply, send your SCV into scout. You may want to keep him close to the base to rescout. You want to get the wall up in the meantime with your other building SCVs, which should be down here now, but hey. And you want to get the wall up. Now, going for this wall down here is not a really common strategy. It's one I've seen a high level player use in the past. You can easily send a factory down here. You saw that I had the bunker. I had 2 bunkers. I salvaged one. The bunker here to reinforce this wall. You're going to want to get a bunker or a factory or even a starport. Look at the starport. 1,300 health there. More so than the factory. 50 more health than the factory. So yeah, if you're going for the starport. And the great thing is, you're teching up whilst defending at the same time. You're building these they almost become defensive structures which can unleash a force like this right here. And that is it, guys. If you can stop the rush or stop the push from the Zerg player, you are in a great position to win. Just make sure you're composed and you build the correct units. Make sure you get a scan in if you're playing as Protoss. Make sure you get an observer in or some sort of scout to have a look. Baneling bust not as common with the Protoss though. Baneling bust generally happens in the mid to late game sometimes if the opportunity presents itself to a Zerg player. But Terran, if you can stop that Baneling bust, you can stop the Zerg. Alright guys, that is it for this tutorial. Remember to go to godisageek.com for more news, previews and reviews.